Okay, so this is how you can just format your numbers in the whichever format.
Ma'am, why 44.856? Ma'am, it could be 845. Why 846? It has rounded
because
off.
it will rounded off. It will always be rounded. So now, okay, for example, if I just make it as here 3, okay, so I'll give it as 3 here, and here I'll change it as 4. Okay, so what has happened? It is rounded. Okay, that 6 I will make it, I'll reduce it so that you can just find out the difference. Generally it will round it. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it will round it off. Okay, so now the next part of it is I just would like to use for the currency. So how exactly currency I can I'll just use the same thing for currency also. Okay, I'll just use something else so that it will be clear. So for currency, I'm using this. So I'm just displaying the currency here. By default, what exactly happens is it displays in dollars. Okay, so it displays in dollars by default. So this is how exactly it will display by default. Now what I can do is I can just give even the parameters. Okay, I can pass the parameters here by giving US. So when I'm passing the parameter as USD, I'm getting this. Fine. And I can, if you would, if I can also convert this into INR. So here I will just make it as INR so that it will be converted to INR here. Okay, so you can just see that converted to INR. In case if I make this a small letter, okay, you'll see what happens. It will just display INR 2.45. Okay, so if I just make this as uppercase, then I'll get the symbol, rupee symbol. Okay, so this is how
It is only for displaying symbol.
Which one?
This currency pipe.
Yes, currency pipe is only used for, means it is, see, you have something in it is generally will display the numeric value and tell in which currency you are trying to use the value. So if I give INR, it will be in the form of a rupee, so it will just display that rupee symbol so that you can identify that when you are trying to display this amount is in a rupee, this is in the form of a dollar, just for displaying purpose. So whatever we are trying to use the pipe symbol, it is only for the display purpose. Means you are not trying to do anything with that. So you have some format. So why exactly you will be using, see, for example, you have some CSV file where you are getting some, I'm just giving you an example, where you are getting some data in the form of a numeric value. So that particular data, what you get, that is an amount which you want to represent in the form of INR, or you want to represent the form of dollar. So why you want to represent that is only for the view, only for the display purpose, where you are trying to showcase that value in the form of a INR value or a dollar value. So when you are trying to use for e-commerce, somebody is doing e-commerce part of it. So how do you display that, store the data? Will you store the data in the database like this?
No, ma'am.
In the database, you will not display like that. You will display 2.45, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But you will not display that rupee symbol in the database. So when you are displaying the product, but during that time, the product value, what is the value of the product is 2.45. Whether it is in rupees or whether it is in dollar, if you want to know what you need to do, you need to use this pipe symbol and just represent it. So that is only for the display purpose you are using it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, here you are not converting, that is 2.45, you are not converting into INR, you are not converting that value of that, but only it is just to display. If you want to convert, then you need to do 2.45 into what is the dollar price today. The dollar price is 85 or 89 or something.
Ma'am,
Into
then
that,
we have to write a function for it.
yes. You need to write that and then calculate it and display. This is not converting it. It is transform. That's why it is transforming the data. This all the pipe symbol, what you are doing is you may be getting the data in different formats. So what format you want to display, in that particular format, you can transform it. That is where you are using the pipes.
Okay, ma'am, understood.
Understood? Okay. So now, in case if you want to display some data in the form of JSON, when you would like to display in the form of JSON, also you can just display in the form of JSON. So how do you display this part of it in the JSON part of it? So I'll just take it as EMP. I'll just create an object where I can just tell that name colon star comma age colon 45. So to display this, so what I will do is so it is displaying this. So what I need to do, I need to give something like this. So I'm able to display this particular data. So now I want to display that in the form of a JSON format, this particular object. So what I can do is I can just represent that as EMP JSON. So you can see that it will display that particular object in the form of JSON format. So when you can use this particular JSON format, so when you are getting some data, so what sort of data, that is, you're getting some object and you want to know what sort of data that particular object is holding, then you can just display that, so that you will come to know what is that data that the object is holding. So in that case, you can just use this. So any queries as far as the built-in pipes are concerned?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, not yet.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we saw that how to use the built-in types and how do we pass the parameters. So this is the built-in type which you are using here for lowercase, uppercase, and here you are using the date and you are trying to pass some parameters. So how do you pass the parameters? By giving colon. You have passed some parameters and you have displayed it here. So now fine, we have seen the different types of built-in data types, then what is exactly parameter pipes, and then we'll see now what exactly is chaining of pipes. Chaining of pipes is nothing but you would like to display different format of data. So now, for example, now this part of it is there here. Okay, I'll just take this. So now if I just give this in like this, it is displaying INR. Okay, so now I'll just make it a small letter to show, just to display this. So this is one parameter we are passing, and I am using one pipe symbol here and one more pipe. So currency is one pipe. Now I'm trying to use this in uppercase. So now what exactly is happening, that INR will be displayed. So INR should be displayed in uppercase. So you can see that INR has been displayed. So two pipes I am trying to implement here. That is, one is currency pipe and other one is the uppercase pipe. So this is nothing but we can just call it as a pipe,
Chaining
that
of
is
pipes.
pipes, the chaining of pipes. So now for example, this number is there. Where is that number? Yeah. Okay, so now I just want this particular which date. Okay, let me just see that. Okay, here Jan 12, 22. This particular format is there here, date. I want to convert that January. So here you can see Jan is in small letters. I want to make this in capital letters, Jan. So what I can do is, here I have date. So I'll just use one more pipe, chaining of pipes, and I'll just give uppercase. So I'm just using this and trying to change that. So you can see that it has been converted into capital letters. So this is nothing but it is called as chaining of pipes. So hope, is it clear?